Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Pre-Market Report sponsored by Delta.Exchange. Yesterday there was a significant move in US. Day before yesterday, after the market close, NVIDIA results came. In fact, I had to put alarm and then woke up early in the morning to watch the NVIDIA results. And they said the results were good. Results beat expectation. When the price shot up nearly 5%. So there was some kind of a positive news in US. And then here also, FIAs were net buyers for about 3,000 crores, and as well as the domestic institutions were net buyers for more than 5,000 crores. Put together, they were buyers for 8,000 crore yesterday. Day before yesterday. So despite all these positive developments, the markets were very, very volatile yesterday, and markets made 60, 70, 80 point move 6-7 times yesterday. And then what happened yesterday when the US market opened, the NVIDIA stock started falling. It has fallen nearly 5% from day before yesterday high. From day before yesterday closing, it was down more than 5%. But from day before yesterday high, means like after market hours, it shot up 5%. That entire 5% rally was wiped out, plus another 5% fell, is at 10%. So just imagine, NVIDIA stock is the most valuable most valuable stock in the world, not in the country. Its market cap is around $4 trillion. A $4 trillion company falling 10%, so that means about 400 billion wiped out. 4 trillion is equal to the market cap of all the companies in India. So then naturally, Nasdaq has fallen. Dow has managed to close slightly positive, but S&P 500 and Nasdaq has fallen. Now all three futures are lower. And the Asian markets moving leaps and bounds every day until yesterday. Seems to be there is some slight profit booking. So many Asian markets are also down. Then when entire global markets are rallying, we don't rally. But when entire global markets are falling, and surely we will fall. GIFT Nifty indicating about 80-90 point gap down opening for our market. And yesterday itself, there were some bad omens. Number one, HDFC Bank broke the level of 900. So I think this is the first time in last many months, HDFC Bank is breaking 900 on the downside. And that closed almost at the lowest point of the day. HDFC Bank is the number one stock in India, as the highest weightage. And then Reliance Industries, even after falling more than 12% from its respective all-time high, but it is still struggling around 1400. So it is breaking 1400 and then slight recovery, but again it's breaking. So when all the industry leaders, the top stocks are doing very badly, then that's definitely not a good sign. And although Nifty has broken 25,400 many times, on a closing basis, it made some recovery and then closed about 25,400. But looks like, today, the way the GIFT Nifty is indicating, the Nifty might open below 25,400. But again, as I always say, amateurs open the market, professionals close the market. So opening is not important, the closing important. Closing basis, Nifty should not close below 25,400. So if it closes So it will be more bearish. The further downside is open. At least we were trying, we were hoping that Nifty will trade between 25,500 and 26,000. So that hope will be dashed if it falls below 25,400. And if it closes below 25,400, then the next support is only at 25,000. So then the market may trade between 25,500 on the upside and 25,000 on the downside. As far as the open interest is concerned, I told you already, there's a huge open interest at 25,500, 25,600, 25,700. So the people are like ultra bearish, put call ratio, looking oversold levels. But now oversold levels, the market will reverse only if there is any positive trigger. So as long as there is no positive trigger, it may not reverse. So like in stock market, oversold will continue to be oversold, or overbought will continue to be overbought unless some external forces, changes the thing. So unless there is some very strong positive news, this oversold market can continue to be oversold. And moreover, Nifty was trying to close around 25,450, right? And then, in this kind of a market, Nifty moving 150 point per day is very, very difficult on the higher side. Lower side is very easy, but higher side. So that means for expiry, we have only today and Monday. So if you take 150 point for each day, there will be a 300 point. So Nifty closed around 25,450 plus 300 will be 750. And look at that 25,750 call option. That's trading around 30-35 rupees. That's easy money for people who are writing, who are willing to take the risk. And of course, this is not a recommendation. So this is just, I'm thinking how option writers are thinking and taking position. And option writing always has a higher risk compared to the futures. And then, of course, the people who play, they will be playing with some kind of a stop loss, or, sell 25,750 and then buy 26,000, so that, so they'll be limiting the maximum loss to 250 rupees and so on. So, looks like 25,600 itself is going to be a tough task for Monday. So let us hope the market, after opening gap down, there's some kind of a recovery. So it's not going to be down and then continue to trade. And we have seen the last two trading sessions, markets are too volatile. So that volatility is likely to continue. There are a lot of news flow, NSE, MD says, there must be an entry qualification for futures and options, There are too many things happening in Indian stock markets, that too in a too short period. Every now and then interference by SEBI. Regulation is okay, but too much of regulation will lead to all kinds of black markets. So let us say if they introduce, minimum education qualification, then what will happen? The people who don't have that educational qualification will approach the people with the educational qualification. I'll pay you some money. Can you lend your name for me to trade? All that kind of things, right? So, one popular thing, right? There is an examination for people who are working as dealers. People who pass that examination may ask for more salary. So it is a standard practice in stock market. The brokers will employ people without that qualification, but will ask somebody else to pass the examination to pass that certificate to the exchange. So what the exchange knows, if the exchange has 5 certificates, they will give 5 terminals to the broker. That's it. but it is the same 5 people working, that may not be true. So, SEBI should understand one thing, okay, too much of a regulation will actually lead to the black market, or whatever you call it as in stock market, double trading. So, the regulator job is to regulate and not to, to take care of the people, right? So, this is something like, if the, like, you see what is happening in some countries. So they say that, if the ladies come out, okay, the men are tempted. So therefore, possibility of a crime is very high. So they tell the women not to come out of the house, or they cover their body completely, So who knows? The way SEBI does, if the government also start thinking, so this kind of things may also come in India, right? So just because some people are losing money, it doesn't mean that left, right, and center, SEBI should do too much of a regulation. And however, some kind of a educational criteria, so that to know that, what is the risk involved in all these things. So in some countries they do have, like US, right? But US also, I opened the account, the education means, it's not there is some book, you have to read the book, you have to write the exam. It's very simple. They simply ask questions. We just need to answer those questions. So based on our answer, they judge our criteria. So if you tick everything, are you a moderate risk taker, high risk taker? You click high risk taker, and then they will allow you to do anything. So, what is your experience? Okay, you just say, I have more than 5-year experience. I don't know, they don't ask for the proof. So then they allow you to do everything. So that is the kind of education they do it in US. But however, it's always a good idea, the people who come to the market, they should know what is the risk, they should know what is the reward, and then, what is the risk that they're taking, So if a person understands fully the implications, then he wants to enter, that is his freedom, right? So otherwise, drinking is also not good. So you can ban, like you start banning everything left, right, and center, what will happen? Only the black market will thrive. So anyway, so that is up to the SEBI to take note of what NSE MD says, but sometimes this kind of news, I think in the last 15-20 minutes, BSE shares fell. So now some media channels were saying that this is the reason. So I do not know, but markets for long term, our market picture is not really looking very good. But anyway, I still hope that Nifty will touch 27,000 during the next 3 months. So will that happen? What are the factors that can take the Nifty to 27,000? So all that, wait for the video tomorrow. So right now, if 25,400 should not be broken on a closing basis. So otherwise, the next support is only 25,000. The resistance, maybe around 25,600. So that is a view for until Monday. Tuesday is a holiday, so therefore Monday is the expiry. So this month, although it's a 5-week month, 25 trading session, so we are lucky to have 3 trading holidays. But I think all 3 trading holidays are local holidays, not international holidays. So that you have to keep in mind. So anyway, there must be some kind of a recovery. If you look at the top five stocks. HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Reliance, Infosys and Bharti Airtel. And all the five stocks are looking very, very bearish now. So let us see what is going to happen, but be prepared for a huge volatility. One day FIIs are buying 3,000 crore, next day FIIs are selling 3,000 crores. So this cat and mouse game is going on. So let us hope that at least Nifty closes above 25,400 today. So that is the hope for the bulls. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.